Danny Flexen here for Seconds Out with heavyweight contender Dave Allen and former world champion Darren Barker, who's just been getting some golf tips. Have you improved your swing, or?
Well, we'll find out. I'm gonna play Sunday. My mum don't know yet, but mother's.
Trent Park?
No, I'm a member of the Shire. Oh. Shire Golf, Shire London.
Yeah. 3 rounds.
Yeah. By the way, the Darren Barker Invitational, September the 11th. You're there. You're my caddy.
You're the caddy, apparently.
Apparently so, yeah. Apparently so.
You're obviously preparing, Dave, for the big fight. Biggest fight of your life so far. Lucas Browne, not meaning to pile the pressure on, but it is. April 21st at the O2.
Headline at the O2.
Headlining at the O2. Sorry, I know that's important to you and to us.
And Five Guys.
Five Guys, yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, good point. You're in the best shape of your life by your own admission. What is it about this fight that's motivated you to get into that sort of shape?
I think it's Darren Barker being by my side. No, you know, all the other fights I had, the Ortiz and the White fight, I didn't know anything. I didn't really know anything. I didn't know what I should be paid. I didn't know what I was, who I was. I wasn't really sure. But you know, I sat down with Eddie on the phone. I was sat down on the phone, and he painted the picture.
Sat on the phone.
I was on the phone, sat down.
I
was on the train. I was
sitting on the phone.
I was on vibrate. It was on vibrate.
It can be.
And
whatever you do in training, you know.
I got Darren to call me, and I was on another phone to Darren while it was vibrating. Yeah.
What goes in camp stays in camp.
And Eddie painted the picture. Look, you beat Browne, you get X amount of money, you'll fight him. And I said, you know what, let's do it. And obviously, you know, Darren joined the team a little bit later on than that. But I can see it now. It's all there for me. I'm headlining the O2. If I win, I'll continue to do that. I'll continue to get paid like an O2 headliner will. I'll get near major titles. It's crazy.
So who's the him? You said Eddie said, fight him, get this money, then you'll fight him. Who's the next him?
You know, beat Browne, Chisora beats Gashi. They want to do Alan Chisora, the O2. That's unbelievable.
Knowing you'd love to fight someone called Gashi, wouldn't you? Come on.
You know, I could have fought Gashi before, but I thought it was a bit dangerous, so I didn't bother, to be honest. So, but yeah, you know, even for the names like Chisora's we mentioned amongst mine, for me, as a boxing fan and as a young man that started boxing after Chisora was a big name, it's unbelievable. I'm very fortunate to be in a position like that. You know, I know I'm not the greatest fighter in the world, but you know I'm getting better all the time, and I'm going to prove starting April 20th that I can fight as well as do all the rest of it.
So that's the why, but what about the how? How have you got into this shape? What have you changed in your training or your diet to do it?
Well, going down to the 12-3 gym in Paddington, also Aldgate, you know, get down there. It's a fantastic gym, great facilities, great people.
Who runs that gym, by the way?
I think Darren Barker does have something to do with it.
Former world champion Darren Barker.
So you know, I've just been eating well. It's not rocket science. I've just been lazy in the past. I've been lazy. I've been the word I'll probably use is ignorant to it all. You know, ignorant to basic stuff. It's calories. Who knew? You have to lose weight. You have to cut down calories. I never knew that, but I do now. You know, it's simple stuff. I've been running. I've been sparring. I've been putting the hard work. It's hard work. Boxing is all about hard work and being smart with it, and that's all I've been doing. You know, and it isn't rocket science.
Darren, if I can interrupt your vital phone call for a moment, no, that's all right. You're obviously in a position as a pundit and an observer now. What does Dave need to do to get past Lucas Browne?
It's pretty simple, if I'm deadly honest. Dave's a better fighter than Lucas Browne, and I think it's about showing it on the night. We've been working on simple stuff. Look, where he said he's come to me late, so it's not about overcomplicating things. It's about keeping it simple. Like, I'll tell you now, and I've said it to him, and I don't like blowing his trumpet when he stood next to me, but the first round of the first bit of shadow boxing I got him doing, I was very impressed. I was impressed because, you know, it was completely different Dave Allen to what I'd usually seen. I didn't know he could move like he did. I didn't know he could punch as hard. I didn't know he was as quick as he is. He can actually box. Look, Dave said he's not the greatest fighter in the world, but who is? Do you know, who is the greatest fighter? It's about reaching your potential, and Dave's got a lot to offer. I honestly believe he can look very good. If he stays switched on for as long as this fight lasts, he wins it comfortably. In my opinion, I think he can win this make this as easy as he wants. And look, he's a former world champion, Lucas Browne. Forget what happened against Dillian Whyte. He's a dangerous fighter. He's a good fighter and a former world champion. So a win over Lucas Browne really puts Dave Allen out there. It really does. It really, really does. And yeah, I mean, the fight against Chisora, can you imagine that? That's war.
His nickname's War as well, yeah.
Honestly, I want to be a little bit sick. Now I've just said that. Honestly, I can taste the sick in my throat.
Warts. I thought that fight would be warts.
Well, Derek Warts Chisora.
Terrible. Like genital warts.
Yeah, that would be terrible.
That
is
That is terrible, you say, with personal experience.
Would you like catch it on purpose? For £1 million?
No.
Wouldn't you? For £1 million?
For £1 million, you get.
Yeah, 100%.
You've already got them.
Are you going to give me £1 million if I say yes? I mean, here's the question. What are we talking about? Yeah, we've lost control of this. Yeah, we're talking about genital warts.
I know, so I'm a safe lover. But anyway,
We're moving on from genital warts. In a boxing capacity, how much work have you been doing with Dave, and how long before the fight?
What was it, last week? No, the week before last. We've been on the phone, we've been talking at Paddington 12-3.
Sometimes Allgate 12-3s.
Look, like I say, Dave's better than I thought he was, if it makes sense. I've seen a lot of Daves, as everyone else has, but he's better than I thought he was. So it's been quite easy, if I'm honest. Like, to beat Lucas Browne, in my opinion, he's about keeping it simple, and I won't go into it too much, but he's proved that he's a good fighter because he's responded to what I'm asking him to do. So, yeah, it's down to Dave now. Dave come to me in tremendous shape. Like I'm not joking. We trained. We're about to train now. He's very, very fit. He come to me fit. He's taking it very serious. So it's down to him now. I just don't want you to switch off in the fight and everything we've done go out the window.
So are you working together full time now?
I don't know what's going on.
Darren's my, like I said earlier to Sky over there, so Darren's my mentor, my carer, you know, my life coach, you know what? It basically me and Darren became friends, and you know he's a former world champion, and you know what better than can you want than a former world champion who's your friend to guide you in boxing, you know? So that's essentially what it is. Whether Darren can do the corner on April the 20th, I think we're still unsure. But you know what? Like I just said, boxing is a very difficult place. People are looking after you. People, you know, you can never fully trust anybody really. But you know, who better than a friend? And then a friend on top of that is a world champion. That's what you want around. You want people who you can trust, and you want people who know what they're doing. And in this man, I believe I've got both. Me and Darren have a laugh, but you know, he's a lovely fellow, really. Not really. I'm not saying.
Isn't it lovely?
But you know what? He's a lovely fella, and he knows his stuff. What more do you want as someone who's helping you out in your boxing? That's essentially all I need, really. Them two things.
So could this become more of a permanent arrangement then after the Browne fight?
You know, obviously Mick will be there on the 20th. But you know, I didn't work with Adam. I didn't go with Adam Boo, and at that time I was happy that I never, because I love Adam Boo and I think he's a lovely fella and I think he's a fantastic coach. But at that point in time, the spotlight was on me making a decision, Mick, and I wasn't willing to put Mick out like that. But you know what? It's a short career. I've got to do what's best for me. So we'll see what happens. You know, if Lucas Browne beats me, it's Darren's fault. So we'll see.
Are you ready to become a full-time trainer amongst your other commitments?
I've been asked the question loads whilst I've been with him, and I don't know. Look, if it was Dave, I think I could. I would never be someone who would have a big camp, never. Life's comfortable at the minute. I wouldn't want to overcomplicate things, but look, I could manage one fighter, I guess. So who knows? Look, I just want to help Dave. Do you know what I mean? It's not for financial gains or anything with me. It's just I've had a bit of a kick out of training him and coming up with a game plan. I've enjoyed watching Dave. I've enjoyed watching Lucas Browne and trying to come up with a formula to beat him. I've enjoyed it. You know, it's a part of boxing I like. So, yeah.
Who knows what the future holds? Well, best of luck against Lucas Browne, and we look forward to seeing this partnership go from strength to strength. Flourish is a good word, yeah.
Freeze a shy London, Bush.
September 11th, get yourself there. I'm the caddy, I think. I don't know what a caddy is really. Is that the one who carries the balls?
Carries the bags.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want to do that actually.
Drive the buggy.
Yeah, I can't drive.
I reckon you could manage a buggy.
Big up genital warts awareness as well.